Hey, thanks so much for tuning into the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Hopefully you have been encouraged, challenged, inspired by the book of Proverbs, and you now are understanding the foolishness of this world as you are continuing to gain the wisdom from God. We're going to be in Proverbs chapter 15. I'll be reading the last few verses of this chapter, but I want to encourage you to read the entire chapter. I'll be reading verses 31 through 33. Listen to this, and then we'll break it up and talk about each verse here. I'll give myself 2 minutes to do that. All right. So we'll go quick. If you listen to constructive criticism, you will be at home among the wise. If you reject discipline, you only harm yourself. But if you listen to correction, you grow in understanding. Fear of the Lord teaches wisdom. Humility precedes honor. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in 2 minutes, but hear me out here. Okay. So verse 31, if you listen to constructive criticism, you will be at home among the wise. I'm so thankful for people in my life that aren't just cheerleaders. Yes, it's good to receive praise. It's good to, have an attaboy in my life, but I don't learn and grow from them. I learn and grow from people sharing with me some areas in my life that I need to be better at. And I have got strategic people in my life that share those things. Why? Because I want to be better. I want to be at home with the wise. And I don't want to ignore it, because listen to this in verse 32. If I reject discipline, see, if we want to become better at something, you have to work at it. Think about professional athletes, professional musicians, professional singers. Every single one of them have coaches. Why? Because they understand and know that they want to harness and they want to heed the giftings that they have, and they want to execute in even a more effective and efficient way. And they know that they only can do that by having an outside perspective, seeing what they do. It's no different than what we experience, what we do on an everyday basis. And so what we need to do, we need to have the right people in our life to share with us some constructive criticism, because I don't want to reject discipline. I want to continue to learn and grow. And I know that I can do that by listening and by applying the corrective criticism in my life. But if you listen to correction, you will grow in understanding. Verse 33, fear of the Lord teaches wisdom. Humility precedes honor. Now, again, the Bible talks, especially in Proverbs, fearing the Lord. It's not, and I've shared this before, it's not being scared, it's not being afraid, but it's understanding that God is the God above all gods. He is the King of kings. He is the Lord of lords. His ways are higher than our ways. His thoughts are higher. And so we have to understand that and have a reverence and awe of respect for who he is. He is the creator. He spoke things into existence. And so we have to understand that, and that teaches wisdom. And then humility precedes honor. Everyone wants to receive honor, wants to receive, value, wants to receive that praise, and we do that through humility. I know that's counter to what the world is saying. What the world is saying is what we need. Like, we have to step over people, and we have to climb up that corporate ladder. We have to just do this, and this, and then you will have honor. Then you will have success. The Bible is saying this because, again, I'm not going to listen to the foolishness of this world, but I'm going to listen to this, the truth right here, the wisdom of God, because the wisdom of this world is foolishness compared to the wisdom of God. And I need to continue to humble myself. The Bible says that he humbles the exalted. So when we choose to have pride, when we choose to have arrogance, he's going to humble that. And that's probably not going to be pretty. But what the Bible continues to say in that next half of that verse, it says, but he exalts the humble. And so I want to continue and choose. It's an everyday choice to humble myself. It's an everyday choice for you as well, as choosing humility over pride. And when we get prideful, when we get arrogant, that's where we need to have the right people in our life to show us and give us corrective criticism and say, hey, I'm sensing a little bit of pride. That's corrective criticism there, and we need to listen. We need to listen, because if we listen to correction, we will grow in understanding. You want to grow in understanding? Listen and apply the correction in your life. May not be fun at the time, but you will learn, you will grow, and you will be better because of it. Hey, I want to thank you so much for tuning in all week long. Hey, I know we didn't start our series. Like I said last week, we are starting our series, Falling into Grace. Fall into Grace tomorrow morning at Shrewsbury Assembly. I want to encourage you to join us as we talk about the grace of God. May you be encouraged, and may you experience God's presence as you dive in and gain wisdom from Him today. And then we're back on Monday for another Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.